All right, now the Gyanvapi showdown continues as Varanasi court is all set to resume hearing. The court will start the preliminary arguments in court today. In fact, the court is all set to hear the petition of the Muslim side first. It will take up the Muslim side's application on maintainability of the suit filed by Hindu petitioners. The court will also hear the argument by the Muslim side on whether the Places of Worship Act 1991 is applicable. As the showdown over Gyanvapi dispute continues, the alleged shivling continues to remain protected and the wazoo remains sealed.
We have already made our submissions. Now the court is going to decide as to in which order the hearing will proceed. There has been no hearing on the merits of the case. Only thing is, the point of discussion which was there before the court yesterday was that in which order the hearing has to proceed. Whether the 711 or maintainability issue has to be decided first, or whether the issue of commission report and other allied applications have to be decided. So the Honorable Court will decide via media procedure in which way hearing will proceed, and accordingly we will make our submissions. The court will also decide as to what will be the next date of hearing.
वो तो लीक हुई है, बहुत ही खराब बात है. वो कहा जाए कि जो कानून का जो मंशा है उसके बिल्कुल खिलाफ, जो कानून की जो कहा जाए सीक्रेसी है, ये सीक्रेट बात होती है कि क्या देखा गया क्या नहीं देखा गया. हम लोग खुद इसके लिए परेशान है कैसे हुआ, किसने किया, जो किया है उसको उसके लिए दंडित किया जाना चाहिए.
Let me go across to Samarth, who's been tracking that story. He's live from Varanasi on that. Samarth, give us an understanding into what the court will be looking at. The hearing on the maintainability of this case by the Hindu side will be coming up first. And we also know that the videography of that entire survey will be given to the Muslim side and the Hindu side. Much focus on the Gyanvapi hearing in court. What's expected?
See, today's case is very crystal and clear. It will be about the maintainability of that particular Shangar Gauri case that was put up by the Hindu side. The petition that was put on August 2021. So it's that particular case. As Muslim side opposed the hearing in that particular case, that is why when the case was transferred to the district judge, he decided to first scrutinize what will be heard first. So this is the one case which will be heard, and that will be about the maintainability as filed by the Muslim advocates. They were claiming that there is a fountain, there is no shivling, and also they oppose that prayer offering at that Shangar Gauri Sthal as claimed by the Hindu side. So it's going to be very crucial. While if you talk about yesterday, the petition in which requested that they need blessings from Lord Shiva and while entering inside the mosque, and that proper complex would be given to the Hindus, while Muslims will also be disallowed inside the mosque. That petition was heard yesterday and was shifted by the district judge towards the fast track court, and the hearing in that particular case will take place on May 30. And as you just said, that the videography thing, the photographs will be handed over to the Hindu and Muslim advocates today. It was about to happen yesterday, but there were more than 100 applications, so judge found that better to submit the videography and the photography of the done survey to the advocates of both sides and the petitioners of both sides. Today evening, we can expect it coming around 4 to 5 p.m. So this is going to be very crucial. And if you talk about the case, the number one case is that of that particular Shangar Gauri Sthal, that is about the maintainability. Number two, it will be about the pipeline. It will be about the pipeline thing. What the government advocate claimed to shift that particular wazoo area to some other place, as he was also concerned about the fishes inside that particular pond. So these are the basic cases which will be heard today, but priority will be the maintainability. As you just said, it will be about the maintainability of that Shangar Gauri case as filed by the Muslim side. Yes.
All right, Samar, thank you very much for joining us with those details. The Gyanvapi showdown, of course, continues. We're looking at the Gyanvapi controversy only snowballs as the court now still reserves its verdict. Both the hearings were adjourned, and of course much suspense on this prevails. Then, all right, now Mathura court to hear the Krishna Janambhoomi case today. The court will be hearing the plea challenging the 1968 compromise that allowed masjid to continue. The court will take up the case of whether 1968 compromise on the Mandir Masjid dispute was obtained by fraud. As part of the settlement, the temple authority had conceded the portion of land to the Eidgah. The petitioners have alleged that settlement had no legal validity because Sri Krishna Janambhoomi Trust, having ownership and title of the place, was not party to it. In fact, the district court on May 19th had said that the court should have considered whether there was any fraud before rejecting the right to worship pleas. Just yesterday, the court adjourned the hearing on suit seeking removal of masjid from disputed property to May 31st.
Accompanied by an application under section 92 of CPC, which specifically states an application which can be filed by an advocate general of the state or two or more than two persons for a common cause, wherein the said application in which we have filed is specifically if any person else wants to join the petitions can join. He may be permitted to join, and the suit may start in a routine way, because if there are fresh suits being filed time and again in personal capacities, they cannot be stopped. But it can.
So you are saying that a representative suit should be heard so that everything is heard together.
Right. Right.
All right, shifting focus now. Big India Today scoop on Karti Chidambaram and the ChinaBribegate case. Inside details of the evidence against the Congress MP has now emerged in this case. CBI sources have confirmed that Chidambaram's close aide, Bhaskara Raman, was in touch with a company that wanted to illegally facilitate visas for 263 Chinese nationals to complete a power project in Punjab. The central agency has traced payment made to Karti's associate for finishing the job. He received 50 lakh rupees from the company as per sources, as they've also revealed that Home Ministry had flagged a concern about employing Chinese nationals. However, it was brushed aside by the Congress MP. CBI is now grilling Karti Chidambaram in the New Delhi office in connection with a fresh case lodged against him for allegedly helping Chinese nationals to get visas by flouting rules. Meanwhile, Congress MP has claimed that all the charges are bogus and he has not facilitated a single Chinese national in getting a visa.
Every case posted against me is a bogus case. One is bogus, one is more bogus, and this is most bogus.
So this is alleged a visa scam, what we have been told that you have facilitated.
I have not facilitated a single Chinese national in getting his visa, let alone 250. I have given out a statement, I don't know whether you have read it.
Now, big boost to Tamil Nadu's commerce and connectivity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to lay a foundation stone of 11 projects worth over 31,000 crores in Chennai. These projects cover key infras such as railways, petroleum, housing and roads. Prime Minister Modi will be visiting Chennai a day after when BJP leader was hacked to death and back-to-back killings reported from the city, which has shed great worry on the law and order situation in the state. The opposition is now accusing Stalin government of ignoring law and order situation in Tamil Nadu. Meanwhile, Prime Minister will be inaugurating over 1,500 houses in Chennai that was built under the Lighthouse project. This project makes use of the precast concrete construction system as used in the United States and Finland. Now, in a mega infra push, Prime Minister will also be laying the foundation stone for redevelopment of 5 railway stations in Tamil Nadu. And ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Chennai, curbs have also been imposed on drones and other unmanned aerial vehicles. Let me cut across to Akshita, taking us through on what's on the agenda for Prime Minister Modi today.
For some existing infrastructure like stations, railway stations that are going to be redeveloped. Let's get you those details. The Chennai Egmore station, very, very popular in the city, is going to be revamped and redeveloped. Besides that, Prime Minister Modi is going to be talking about a slew of other railway stations that will get this kind of a facelift. The Rameshwaram railway station, Mathura Junction, again one that sees a lot of footfall, is going to get a makeover. The Katpadi Junction also is in this list. Beyond that, let's also tell you that the Kanyakumari railway station is also slated to get this kind of a facelift, and this will be announced by Prime Minister Modi today.